I'm Ryan Blaney. I drive the number 12 car for Team Penske in the NASCAR Cup Series. The way all this came about was I like to do a lot of things for NASCAR. We do a lot of things outside of racing. I personally like to do them, and NASCAR does a great job of giving drivers opportunities to go do cool stuff. And this opportunity came up with our partners at NBC to come do the Taken show, and I jumped right on it. I couldn't pass up that opportunity, and being out here in the freezing weather in Toronto has been a humbling experience for sure. I always like to see how other professions work. And honestly, the film industry reminds me a lot of the racing side, because a lot of people just see the finished product. They see us just going around the track, or they just see what's on TV, and they don't really realize how much work goes into making it. And the same with building cars. There's a lot of work, a lot more behind the scenes, and it definitely opens your eyes of how much goes on just to make one scene, let alone a full episode. So. But anyways, yeah, NASCAR came up with it, and I couldn't say no. It was a really great opportunity. I can't thank them enough for that. Well, I play Special Agent Wood for the FBI, and I'm kind of a good driver. They made me. I guess you got to do that with the NASCAR side, and I team up with Agent Mills, and we go stop some bad guys. So it's been a lot of fun being able to shoot. We did a big shootout scene. We did a big chase scene. That was cool to be a part of, and he's just a kind of an edgy character, from what I've been a part of a little bit, and but he's also a very good guy, and you'll see that later on in the episode. Well, Special Agent Wood's best quality and skill is that he's one of the best drivers the FBI has. And they're very nice to let me be that person. I guess you have to if you're bringing in a NASCAR driver. But that's his greatest skill, and that's why they brought me in to help chase down these bad guys. Yeah, well, when I first read it, we have a big chase scene, and then we have a big shootout scene, and then something exciting happens at the end of the shootout. But when I first read it, I was like, wow, this is a big action sequence, and I didn't know what to expect at first. Especially when I'm new to stuff like this, you never really know how big it's going to be, and how much work goes into it. And I was really excited when I read it, and then we actually started to do the chase scene today. We did it tonight, and it was really cool of being behind the wheel of the car, and working with Clive, who was in the passenger seats, and that was really cool, and to see his passion for all this, and how much of a cool guy he is, and how he's definitely one of a great actor, and someone great to talk to as well. It's been nice to get to know him, but it's a really cool scene, couple scenes for sure, but the chase scene I think is one of my favorites. It's going to look really good, I think. So the bad guys are getting away, and we need to be able to chase them down. So I come and pick up Mills, and he jumps in the passenger seat, and we take off after this 18-wheeler, and which all the goods are in, all the what they've stolen are in, and the bad guys are getting away in that truck. So we have to catch up to them at a high rate of speed, and so I come and I slide, and I pick him up, and we get in and we take off. Take off before he even has time to buckle his seatbelt. And when we catch up to the truck, there's another shootout sequence with him, and lots of explosions, and that part was pretty cool. But it's a very exciting scene when I pick him up, because we weren't very friendly to each other at the beginning of the episode, as people will find out. And I think he was a little bit surprised to see me pull up and me driving him. I don't know if maybe he was a little bit skeptical at first of me being behind the wheel, knowing our recent history. But it's a very exciting scene, high speed, a lot of slides and drifts, and pit maneuvers, which I don't really do on the racetrack. We don't really want to slide or do any of those maneuvers or hit anybody. But this gives me my fill of it, for sure, of what I don't usually get to do on the weekends. Oh, they'll try it at home. My buddies will try it at home, and hopefully I'll make them a little bit jealous whenever they see the episode. And but hopefully I'll be able to come back and do it all again. It's definitely been a fun experience. When you're shooting at camera people like with blanks, it's weird. It's really weird at first, and just being able to handle it, and then you kind of working on your technique of how you shoot the gun, and you're picking out your targets and stuff like that. And that was really kind of strange, the first take that we did to do. But once we got rolling with it, it was kind of cool to work with everybody and communicate. You know, your communication, you're trying to act as a team with taking down these bad guys. And that was a little strange, especially the first thing that we did. We were able to, you know, shoot a bunch of guns and shoot a bunch of blanks, but a cool experience nonetheless. Yeah, I get choked out. He chokes me out and knocks me out unconscious. So we haven't shot that one yet, but I'm pretty excited to do it. To be honest with you, I get choked out by Clive. So that's not everyone can say that, but I'm excited to shoot that scene and try to figure out my choke out face. I guess I've never really gotten choked out unconscious before. So maybe a couple practice runs, but yeah, that's our first run in together. That's when we meet, and then after that's when he finds out I'm driving him. So that it kind of makes it a little interesting relationship between the two of us. But I'm excited for that scene. I think it'd be cool. Yeah, Bronco Rocky was a great person to be able to talk to, our stunt coordinator, and a lot of scenes he really helped us out with, whether there's a shootout. You know, I think he's going to work with me a lot about, you know, the chokeout scene. But really the one when I got shot, I talked with him a lot about you know, how we react and things like that, and how I move in front of the bullet. You know, it's not like a diving motion. It's kind of a, you know, protecting and shoving away motion and then getting hit. So to try to get that all down kind of fluent and making it look natural, I try to ask a lot of questions about. And you know, like I said, hopefully it turned out great. But he was awesome to talk to, and you know, it's definitely a cool experience to get his info just because he's been around it for a long time. Yeah, I think it's a unique episode for sure. I'm in it more than I thought I was going to be in it, to be honest with you. As many scenes as we shot, and you know, it involves tons of stuff. You know, everything that people like: a great car chase. You know, enemies at the beginning of the episode who become friends towards the end of it. You know, great shootouts. You know, conflict in between throughout the group and you know, through the enemies. I think that's what everyone wants to see. So it's cool. I'll be excited to watch it whenever it does come out, and hopefully it turns out great. I know it will. MJ has been great to work with. That has been a lot of fun to get to know everybody on the crew, really, and the cast. So hopefully it'll be good. Hopefully you guys will tune in and watch it, and don't critique me too hard on my driving or acting abilities. I'm new at this, so.